How's it going, everybody? It's Bradley back. Thank you for stopping by the channel Tripleinc. Well, this is my intro, I guess, and this is going to be my first top 10 niche exclusive list on my channel, Tripleinc. Why I've never done any other niche fragrance list on my channel before, just because I haven't really owned a whole lot of niche fragrances. Now I feel like I'm at the point now in my collection where I own enough niche scents to do a full dedicated top 10 list. And this is going to be, of course, for the spring of 2017. Really excited to show you guys all these really nice springtime scents that are green, invigorating, and uplifting, that really embody the spring season. Of course, these are niche, these are supposed to be artistic, very unique and very different. Alright, with that, got my city back there. Gonna do a little 360 swivel. Let's go. So with that, let's roll right on into the honorable mentions. I only have 2 of them, and they're honorable mentions because they're only samples. I don't own a whole lot of full niche bottles yet, so Scentbird is also going to be featured pretty heavily on this list just because I think they're a great, very cheap way that I can personally get a bunch of niche fragrances for a very cheap price and kind of try them out. So you're going to be seeing everything from samples to full bottles and everything like that on this list. So 2 samples are on my honorable mention spots. This is Creed Jardin d'Amalfi and the new 24 Elixer Neroli. Let's start off with the Creed. This actually reminds me of a less aquatic, more floral version of Acqua di Gio. That's right, this has that really nice floral aspect that I loved from ADG, but this is less citrus than this definitely, and very much less aquatic than Acqua di Gio. Unfortunately, the performance doesn't warrant the huge price tag for this, and this is pretty difficult to find, so I think the sample will have to hold me through, but a very beautiful springtime scent. As for this new 24 Elixer Neroli scent, man, I have a very specific memory with this one, which I'm going to share with you right now. This actually reminds me of my cousin's car. No joke. This actually has this air freshener, kind of Neroli soapy vibe that like an air freshener in a car would have, right? And they always had like this mint sort of a bubble gum sitting in the passenger door, so you got this minty sweetness from the gum, and also a pinch of this chewing tobacco vibe, because they did chewing tobacco. So I don't know, very interesting, very kind of almost kind of a comforting scent for me. I don't really know, but these are 2 of my honorable mentions. Go try them out. You've probably heard of them before, but they're my samples, so that's why they don't make this list. All right, let's hit it. Number 10, this is Hermes Vetiver Tonka. While Hermes is a designer house, I actually would think that the Hermescence line is more or less niche, because it's definitely niche priced. You know, it's made by one of the best perfumers ever, Jean-Claude Elenat, and it's just vetiver done like I've never smelled it before. Not your typical green, soapy, grassy vetiver, but this almost is kind of a sweet vetiver. This has tonka bean and hazelnut, so it has this creamy, it's almost a gourmand vetiver type of a scent, because it still has this soapiness in there. Very interesting, very unique, very different. I really enjoyed wearing this towards the beginning of spring when it was a little bit cooler out, and this works so well dressed up. So if you're looking for a very different take on vetiver, I can suggest to you Hermes Vetiver Tonka. Alright, coming into my number 9 spot, this is where my Scentbird army starts to come into play. I discovered this one through Scentbird, and I'm very glad that I did, because I never would have even heard of it before then. And this one is called Cyber Garden, a very cool name. This is from Costume National, and this is really actually does remind me of what a virtual, digital sort of a garden would actually smell. This has a very unique note of vinyl in here. Sort of smells like an old record player in a weird kind of a way. Also mixed with this synthetic greenness, but I mean that in the best way. You know, this is trying to be sort of a cyber or a virtual garden, so it's obviously not real, and that's almost how this smells. It has a plasticky sort of a green scent to it, but in the best possible way. It's very interesting. If you are looking for a really different and unique green scent, this would be one of the best ones I could suggest to you, because it's just really out there. That vinyl note is kind of challenging at times, but I actually find it very interesting and very unique for the springtime, so this is my number 9 spot. Okay, coming in number 8, we got a 2-way tie between 2 Aventus clones. We got the Gate Fragrances Paris, this is Snowflakes, and we got Mancera Cedrat Boise. Both of these definitely have a big similarity to Creed's Aventus. So Mancera Cedrat Boise, this actually has about as good performance as Aventus, which was really nice. Definitely more of a sweet, sort of a candied lemon vibe to it. And you know, I don't know if I like it necessarily as much as I used to, because that sweetness can be a little bit cloying to me sometimes, but it's definitely a very good alternative to Aventus. And we got the Gate Fragrances Paris. I call this one Aventus Eau Fraîche, because if you didn't like the base notes or the dry down of Aventus and you only like the top notes, you got to check this one out. You absolutely have to. This just smells like that fruity pineapple opening and pretty much nothing else. Definitely not as good performance as Aventus or as MCB right here, but I can say it does smell very clean and very fresh, and I think it's perfect for indoor use. It won't have the performance for the outdoors, but indoors it just smells super, super nice, just like the top notes of Aventus. So these are my two-way tie coming in number 8 spot. Okay, coming in for number 7, this is called Thirdman Eau Inexplicable, and from first sniff, this will definitely be kind of just normal to most people's noses. There's nothing really special when you first kind of examine it. It's just sort of your basic citrusy, lavender, woody scent, but it's so well done, very easy to wear. Any age can wear it, I think, and just it has very good natural ingredients in here. I just find it so pleasing, so easy to wear. Works very nice in the springtime for an abundance of situations. So I don't know, it's definitely a workhorse. I don't love it as much as some of the others on this list, but I think it gets the job done, and it's just overall a very nice citrus, lavender, woody scent. Whew, number 6. Wow, this is probably one of the best formal scents that I've ever tried. This is Amouage Reflection Man. I think it works so beautifully well for the spring. Has jasmine, that's pretty much the main note in here, kind of powdery with a creamy sort of a dry down as well. It gets creamier over time, should I say. And wow, this is probably one of the best suit scents I've ever tried. It smells very luxurious, as many people have talked about, very elegant, sophisticated, upscale, you name it, you got to wear this one with a suit. I've found that wearing it with a suit, it just has this aura that kind of comes around you that it's just like, wow, this guy's put together. So Reflection Man, I can only suggest it to you for dressed up situations to the max in a suit and a tie, full tuxedo or whatever for the springtime. Works very, very well for that, and I've gotten some actually pretty good compliments off of this one as well. All right, coming into my top 5 now, and this is the last scent bird on the list, I promise. This is Commodity Platinum Bergamot. This is from their new Platinum line, and I'm super excited to try out the rest of the line because this bergamot scent is amazing. Bergamot, one of my favorite notes, as many of you know. Also, this combines also some of my other favorite notes, violet leaf and tangerine that is in here as well. Just smell-wise, amazing. The violet leaf combines so beautifully with the bergamot, and there's just a little bit of this orangey sweet tang from the tangerine in there. Amazing smell, but this has one big problem: performance. It doesn't perform. It hardly lasts more than 4 or 5 hours, which is definitely a shame. If this lasted longer, this would be huge. But again, I love the scent. One of the better bergamots out there, and it's a unique take. So if you like violet leaf and you like bergamot and these kind of notes, you got to check this one out. You have to. All right, coming in at number 4, this is Dueto Parfums Citiver. This is absolutely, I would say, a niche equivalent of Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver, but I think this is so much more depth and brings so much more to the table. This is a very dry, citrusy vetiver scent, as the name would suggest. Vetiver, kind of like how they did that there. And yeah, it just has vetiver with some dry, citrusy accords in there, touch of spice, lots of this woody presence as well, and it has great performance. I rock this a ton. As soon as like spring came, this was pretty much my go-to scent. I love it for the workplace. It just has great performance, gets good compliment factor, and I really like how it's very well put together. It's a masculine scent. Wow. So yeah, go check out Citiver. If you are a vetiver lover, I think you really need to check this one out, and especially if you like Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver but wish it had better performance, this will be the one for you. Whew. All right, wow, who's ready for my number 3 spot? This is the newcomer, the new kid on the block on my channel. This is Remarkable People from Etat Libre d'Orange. And my goodness, guys, this stuff is incredible. You need to go watch my review on this. I just reviewed this about a week ago, and I'm telling you right now, it's one of the best discoveries I have made this year. I absolutely love this, but go check out the review. I'm not going to spoil it too much for you. It has grapefruit, some champagne in here, but just I love the way it smells. It has great performance, and while this isn't all year round scent, in my opinion, it works very, very nicely for the spring. I pretty much ran through an entire scent bird, which is how I discovered this, and I had to pick up myself a bottle because I loved it that much. It's so, so nice. So Remarkable People coming in at my number 3 spot. It is really, really one that you got to check out. All right, I got the number 2 spot bottle behind my back here so you can't see it. Take a guess what this one could be. This is by many people, could be their number 1 on their list. This is Spring in a Bottle by a lot of people's assumptions right here, and you probably already guessed what it is if you are a dedicated frag head. This is Creed Green Irish Tweed, my only full bottle of Creed that I have right here. And GIT, I mean, it's pretty much been one of my signature scents niche-wise for the spring. I've pretty much worn this more than any other niche spring scent so far. It's just super easy to wear. You know, it has a similarity to Cool Water, as we know, but so much more. It's got the grassiness in here. It just smells like the Irish countryside. Pretty good performance as well. Any occasion, dressed up, dressed down, gets compliments. I mean, guys, this does it all. And It's definitely been played out quite a bit. Lots of other people probably have this, at least inside their top 3, but I do not have this as my number 1. Very interested to see what my number 1 will be. That is right up next. Alright guys, ready for my number 1. This is a very new acquisition of mine. I'm telling you right now, this is all about artistry, right? This is not going to be your huge compliment getter or anything like that. That's what the designer scents are for, right? This is niche, this is about art, this is about making something unique and natural smelling. This is all 3 of those categories right here, and it just perfectly embodies the spring season in my opinion. This is from the house of Bordeaux Parfums. This is Selva de Brazil. Beautiful, beautiful scent. This is really what niche is all about, making a natural scent, and this exactly smells like the backdrop of this bottle. This smells like the Brazilian Amazonian rainforest right here. So this has a pretty big similarity, I would say, to Mugler cologne from Terry Mugler, but it's dirtier than that, even though that's a clean scent, and this just really has a tropical sort of a feel. It's very, very refreshing and just very green and natural. Performance isn't, I would say, as good as Mugler cologne, because Mugler cologne kind of has freakishly good longevity, but still it is pretty nice for a spring type of a scent like this that's very refreshing and uplifting. And I don't know, I just love these types of scents that can just transport you to a different place, and this definitely takes me right on over to Brazil, to the rainforest. If you live in tropical climates or you live down in South America, this would be an absolutely great scent because you'll just smell like the great outdoors that is in your climate and region. You can just put on as many sprays as you want. It's super refreshing and my go-to spring niche scent now, especially when the weather heats up. So that was my first shot at a little niche fragrance list, top 10 spring. Let me know what you thought about this list in the comment section down below, as well as letting me know what are some of your favorite niche spring scents. Really interested to see what those are so I can go and try them out. So hopefully I'll see you back on my channel sometime very soon. Got a lot of great videos coming out as we sort of head into summer now. Don't want to miss any of this content that I have coming out for you, so hopefully we'll see you back very, very soon. Peace.